The Marvel Cinematic Universe has skyrocketed the popularity of superheroes within the past decade, and the success seems to be continuing on pretty well. And practically all of its films have been leading up to the culmination of everything, including the gathering of the 6 Infinity Stones by Thanos, so that he could make his Vaseline glove and, I don't know, slap the Avengers or something? Oh yeah, and spoiler alert for every single Marvel movie up to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. So far, we have been introduced to 5 of the stones: space, mind, reality, power, and time. The Tesseract is still currently on Asgard, though it probably got blown to oblivion in the Ragnarok trailer here, so rest in peace. The Mind Stone was in Loki's scepter, but is now with Vision. The goopy red ether sits in a little take-out to-go box in the collector's stash of creepiness on planet Nowhere. The orb is on Xandar, safe and sound in a box being supervised by the Nova Corps, and the Eye of Agamotto protects the library. The last gem yet to be revealed is the Soul Stone, which in the original source material had a mind of its own. It trapped people within its own idyllic world, defended its user's soul, whatever that means, and could attack the spirits of other beings. If you ask me, this all just sounds like a really bad acid trip. But Marvel has done a lot of tweaking and changing in the translation from comic to movie process before, so it could really have the power to do anything related to souls. So, where is it? Or where could it be? Well, today, I'll a few ideas I came up with, or I found online as to where it could most likely be, ranked from the least plausible to most plausible. I'm just writing this script as I go on, so I don't know how many ways I'm gonna list. That's just professionalism at its finest, my dude. Number 1, Oscorp. Throughout the Amazing Spider-Man series, Sony showed us a bunch of cool new visual effects and action pieces, but one thing that also remained a constant must-shove down the audience's throat was the message that Oscorp was evil! With the new addition of Tom Holland's Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, who's to say that Sony's insatiable desire for Oscorp to look like your terrible cousin who robs everything from you isn't set to continue in this universe? It could be hidden inside one of those safes within a safe within a safe, with a little log pad as a little cherry on top, because, you know, better safe than sorry. Plus, this would also up the role of Spider-Man in this whole world of superheroes. Sure, he's universally one of the top 3 most recognizable superheroes, but in the MCU, he's still a teen trying to fit in the best of both worlds. Number 2, Intergalactic Gladiators. Thor Ragnarok is set to release in theaters this November, and from snippets we've seen from the trailers, one starts to wonder what Thor is truly fighting for in the first place. He could essentially just be fighting for his life, earning food rations as a prisoner, or maybe Thor is doing it for an entirely different reason. Of course, the meals for winning is a plus too. I mean, who wouldn't want a free steak and cheese, my G? Thor is really the only Avenger with the most knowledge outside of Earth, and of the Infinity Stones. So it makes sense for him to be out on a mission to hunt down the Soul Gem. And as we saw from the first Ragnarok trailer, Thor may need some help from his old buddy Shrek as his Mew Mew was shattered. Number 3, Thanos. In the first Avengers movie, it was implied that the Mad Purple Yam himself, Thanos, was the one who gave Loki the Mind Stone scepter. Which, by the way, if you're that powerful as everyone says you are, why don't you do your own wishing your damn self? So since Thanos had the Mind Stone prior to the events of the Avengers, then it's a possibility that he had already 2 Infinity Stones within his keeping. It may not be a likely one though, because if he did have it, why would he give Loki the Mind Stone and not the Soul Stone? I mean, come on, the Soul Stone's basically the Mind Stone but jacked up on steroids. Can't the Soul Stone, like, capture the souls of anyone in the universe? In fact, can't it do that to more than one person all at once? Can't it? No, seriously, can it? I'm legitimately asking, I don't know. Number 4, Black Panther Herb. T'Challa was first introduced into the MCU as Prince of Wakanda, but his title later changed to King because of... The origin of the Black Panther's powers is commonly misunderstood as coming from his vibranium suit. In actuality, his superhuman features come from a special herb every King of Wakanda consumes, and from some other connections to the Panther God, and obtaining all of the knowledge and abilities of all of his predecessors as the Black Panther. He's basically the natty version of Captain America. What they could do with this rich lore is change this mystical herb to the Soul Stone. This would be an interesting take, as 4 of the Infinity Stones take a solid form, with only the ether in liquid. They could make this in the form of a gas, where one absorbs it through inhalation, or maybe even make it another liquid. Ew, that is nasty. I don't think they could make this an edible stone, because, like, what are you gonna do to get it out of you? You just gonna Heimlich yourself, or you just gotta take some other Panther laxatives to take a shit? Number 5, Janet Van Dyne. The approach Marvel planned to take with Ant-Man seemed a little peculiar when comedian actor Paul Rudd was cast as the main protagonist. But to much surprise, the choice was an excellent move on Marvel's part, as one could argue that he was one of the best parts of Captain America Civil War. In the film Ant-Man, in 1987, The original Ant-Man Hank Pym and his wife Janet Van Dyne were on a mission to disarming a foreign ballistic missile, but Janet went subatomic and got lost or something. Kinda like when your pencil falls off your desk in class and then you look down and entered another dimension because it's nowhere to be found. The sequel of the film is set to debut just after Avengers 3 and before Avengers 4, with the title officially named Ant-Man and the Wasp. So, Janet's revival could revolve around the whereabouts of the last Infinity Stone. Or Wasp could be referring to Hope, who's alive and well, as opposed to, you know, her mother, who's deader than dead. The Soul Stone could be the thing that kept Janet alive all these years, preserving her soul and nourishing her spirit, or something. In a mystical way, not religious. Definitely not religious. I don't really want to step into that whole controversial thing. Oh, it's too late. Dislike button ratio is gonna suck. Number 6, Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock is essentially the guy most commonly associated with the Soul Gem. It was given to him by the High Evolutionary. He was also basically the one to stop Thanos in the original story arc. The reason why this choice is so high up on this list, though, is because Kevin Feige, the guy who maps out this whole movie universe, confirmed that Warlock will not make an appearance in Infinity War. But you know, there's this thing known as lying that some people can do to deceive you. I don't know, it's a possibility. Number 7, Captain Marvel. Marvel head honcho Kevin Feige himself claimed that Carol Danvers will be one of the most powerful superheroes in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Her solo film is expected to be another origin story of how she got her powers. And coincidentally enough, it's the other movie, besides Ant-Man and the Wasp, that's right smack dab in between Avengers 3 and 4. So, maybe it gives Danvers her powers through like a Super Saiyan-esque plot, where it unlocks her potential within her soul. Maybe it supercharges her soul, purifies her soul, gives her power of a soul. She is a soul? Super soul? Yeah, I get it, I'll just stop now. The point is that Marvel could do what they did with Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, where an Infinity Stone bestows power onto someone. How, you may ask? I don't know. How does the Mind Stone give you telekinesis and super speed? Number 8, Mjolnir. There's a popular theory going around that Mjolnir was actually forged with the Soul Gem hidden within the Uru metal. The evidence behind it is that it acts like a sentient being, going to and from its users, sensing whose soul is truly worthy of lifting it, and literally understanding English. And we saw a flash of light that came from a source burrowed within the hammer's core. Or, you know, it could have just been lightning, cause, you know. Number 9, the Grandmaster. The Grandmaster is said to appear in the MCU for the first time, who's played by Jeff Goldblum, as shown in the Thor Ragnarok trailer. And while we don't know this iteration's powers and abilities, he is traditionally known to be immortal, as he's one of the ageless elders of the universe. In some forms of media, he's the brother of this dude, and may even be his brother in this universe as they both share that Chin Jewel birthmark. The point is, with him being immortal, the Soul Stone can be the thing that serves to him as a fountain of youth, allowing his heart to continue beating. Unless, of course, he doesn't have a heart that keeps him alive. Because assuming that would be racist. What are we on now? 10? Okay. Number 10. The same thing goes for the Collector. Number 11. Heimdall. These last two options are really the most plausible possibilities to occur. The famous Thanos acronym theory concludes that Heimdall is in fact in possession of the Last Stone. He can sense souls and life forms light years away, and claims to be able to see every living soul there is. Except for that one time where he couldn't see Jane. The stone, as suggested from the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, is assumed to have the color orange, which is a shared trait with the color of Heimdall's eyes. If you haven't heard the idea already, basically the stones supposedly spell out Thanos' name. The T in Tesseract, A in Ether, N in Necklace, O in Orb, and S in Scepter. The only thing missing is the H, which perfectly fits Heimdall's name. There are a few cracks in this concept, as the Time Stone isn't really referred to as the Necklace in Doctor Strange. Its name is the Eye of Agamotto, so that's a stretch. And the Mind Stone is currently with Vision and no longer in the Scepter, so there goes the S. So really, if this thing came true, it'd spell Thave. Number 1, Hela. After James Gunn immediately shot down the speculation of there being a new Infinity Stone being introduced in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, the next film fans looked to for the next gem was Thor Ragnarok. And this makes sense, as Hela is hell of a ruler of the underworld. She holds the souls of the evil dead, similar to the concept of hell in Christian mythology. The Soul Stone could be the source of her wicked powers. I mean, holy guacamole, look at that! I hope she has an Infinity Stone, cause if that's just raw power, Asgard is fucked. Anyways, guys,